Good evening, everyone. So today we going to talk about the IP address, and we will see what are the component and the subset of the IP address. How the IP address look like, what's the numeric part, and how this is defined by the octet, and what is the role of bits in that. Okay, so let's understand. We already expert in zero and ones, right? We have done lots of mathematics and practice about zero and one, and we saw any number belong to 2 to 255, you are able to calculate the value in binary. Is it right, wrong? Are you able to see my whiteboard? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ah, okay. Thank you. Because I thought there's disconnected. Okay. Now, so understand the why do we study this number? Because this number belong to IP address. Understand what is the IP address. We going to understand. We will do the lab for IP address. Okay. What is IP address? So IP for internet and P for protocol. So internet protocol, that is called IP. So IP have 4 octet. How many octet? 4 octet. 1 dot 2 dot 3 dot 4. So 1 octet. This is octet means 8 bit. This is second octet. This third octet, and then 4 octet. They are separated by dot. This is separated by dot, and these octet are in decimal. These octet are in decimal. That's why the IP address called dot decimal. What is it called, guys?
Dot decimal.
So dot decimal format of the IP. So this format called dot decimal format of the IP. So octet means 8 bit. So if you see the 0000, if all the 8 bit are zeros, the number will be
Zero.
0. If all the bit is 1, number will be
255.
55. So every decimal value of the single octet will start from 0. It will maximum up to 55. So IP could be written as like 0.0.0.0. This is lowest IP address. Okay. And the max number of IP address, this will be go for 255.255.255.250. Agree? Okay. Now, so let's understand. So first IP is a 0.0.0.0, and the last IP is 255.255.255.255. So 4 octet separate by dot, so that called dot decimal format. So IP always written in that. Okay, dot decimal. Now, between from 0 to 255 whatsoever, all are valid IP address and they have different behavior. So let's understand those behavior. Okay. Should I move forward till here? It's clear
Yes, sir.
now. So let's move forward and understand something called here this IP from 0 to 255. They have separated according to use. Separated according to the use. So first separation they have done class A, then class B, class C, class D, and class E. They have separated in this format. So from 0 to 255 they have separated in 5 class. So what is the range of class? So they define the range from 0 to 127 is a class A. The IP anything start from 0 to 127 belong to class A. Then they are telling the IP start from 128 to, I'm talking about first octet only. These are the remaining whatsoever the value does not matter. So 128 to 191 class B. Then they are telling 192 to 223 is a class C. Class D is 224 to 240. Sorry, 239, 240 to 255 class E. Then question says that, sir, how they what basis they have separated this class A, class B? They random selected those IP? That's a question mark, right?
Sir.
Okay. No, they are not random selected. There is technique why they are giving the specific. Let's understand the technique. So let me switch to next chapter page. So I'm writing here how they have class. These are the classes writing here. The class A, class B, class C, class D. They will ask you in interview what are the how many class do we have it. So they are telling from we have every octet how many bits? Total 8 bit, one octet, right? We have
Yes,
write
sir.
that 4 octet. So
Yes.
we are talking about the only the first octet. Okay. So first octet 8 bit, they are telling class A first bit always 0 will be reserved. Remaining 7 bit whatsoever the value. Okay. So what will be the value if first bit will always 0? So what I'm going to do, first bit always 0. Suppose first bit always 0. What will be the maximum value and minimum value? So I'm going to write the minimum value will be this, because first bit we should not touch. I have to play with the remaining value. So what is the value this? 0.
0.
And what is the value of this? Because
127.
this position is 128. One's complement of 128, 120. Agree?
Yes, sir.
So class A belong to 0 to 120. What is the technique? First bit always they kept as 0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now next class B say that, okay, first bit is a 0. In class B they capture 2 bit. First 2 bit 0 and 1. They're going to capture, sorry, I have done opposite because 0 is already captured here. Now they are telling first bit will be 1, second bit will be 0. They captured these 2 bit reserve. Okay, means here they capture, they reserve these 2 bit. They are telling rest of bit I do not care. I do not here. So let's calculate that. So if I'm going to beat first to bit reserve, remaining I'm going to put as minimum value, so all the zeros, and maximum value, how do I get? All the one, all the one. So this will be reserve 1 and 0, right? So what will be the value? This is value 128. Agree or not?
Yes,
And
sir.
this will be the one's complement. What is the value of this? 64. One's complement of this. So this
Six
value is 63. 63 plus 128. What will be? 191.
91.
If you remember, one's complement of 192, 192 value is 11000000. From that number, one's complement come as 1011. Right? Yes,
Yes,
no.
sir. Yes, sir.
So this is 191. So these numbers, I told you these numbers are very useful. 128 to 191. Class B. Same way, they are telling class C having pattern, they're going to reserve all 3 bits with the 110. Remaining bits, we don't care about that. So let's do the calculation of this range. So if you are doing calculation, I'm going to write here. So I'm going to keep this reserve 110 110. Again we will calculate minimum and maximum value. So minimum will be all zeros. Manmohan, are you understanding?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am here.
Okay, thank you. So all ones. So 0 means what is the value of this? 192. You remember this table 192. And what will be the ones complement of 1110000? Please guys practice. So this is a 224. One's complement will be this one if you remember. So this will be 223. I can look on the bits, I can tell you. So I do not need to remember these things. Just looking on bit I can tell. Clear guys?
Yes, sir.
Ah, excellent. So these are the class A, class B, class C. If any IP starting from this range, these are from class A, this range class B, this range class C. Class D, it's nothing again 1110 going to be reserved. What will be this value? Just now I told you 224. The minimum value will be 224 and maximum value will be going to minus of this, that is called 239. Means here it's going to be reserved 4 bit, remaining does not care about any value. So if you remember that table, 224 remaining till 225. So class D is for multicast. This is used for the multicast. What is the use for this? Multicast. Okay. This is for research purpose. They're going to do reserve for the research purpose. Remaining class A, class B, and class C belong to unicast. So how many classes do we have in unicast? Class A, class B, class C. Where is the class D? Belong to the multicast. And class E belong to the research purpose. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do some activity because activity makes the things very clear. Okay, so I'm going to raise the questions and you have to answer. Then we will go for the lab and we will check this IPs how it's working. Okay, so let me ask you questions. So I will take the name after writing my question. I'm going to write the questions. 192.168.55.9. Tell me, this belong to which class?
Class A.
No, no, class C.
Class A? Let's
C,
see.
C,
Acha.
192.
This is 192.
Yes.
The class A start from 0 to 127.
Yes,
Ah,
yes, yes, yes.
192 not. 192 we start from class C.
C.
Okay.
You have
Next
to
question. I'm going to ask Manmohan 10.10.10.10. Belong
class
to which class?
class A.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I'm going to ask again to Mohini. Mohini, tell me 130.29.5. Which class?
Class B.
Oh, excellent. Now you guys are okay. Good. Okay, let me ask one more question. So I'm going to 191.23.24.25. Tell me one
Class
more. It's belong to which
class B.
class? B. Excellent. Okay, let me ask triple one dot 11.192.5 belong to which Mohini?
Class A.
Excellent. Thank you guys. So you guys understand class A, class B.
Sir, we have to define from a first bit, no? Like 192 to 24. From first, no, sir.
Yes, first octet, not from first beat.
Yeah,
First
yeah, okay.
octet of
Yeah,
the IP. So for every class is going to define with the first octet of that. The rest whatsoever the IP address does not matter. Okay.
okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Excellent. So let me see. Uh, Now we understand class A, class B, class C. Now why do we need in unicast we have class A, class B, class C. Unicast means one-to-one communication. Class D, one to many, we have only one. That's we will left. We will concentrate on the unicast address. So we have how many class? Class A, class B. Now, thing is that apart from this numbers, how do I understand what is there is any other method also? Yes, sir, if it's a number, then only the number is a part. Then why it's a class A, class B, class C? What the significance of this classes? Okay, so class. How many octet do we have? How many octet, guys? IP? Tell me.
4, no, sir.
Four. How many octet? Four
4,
octet.
4.
And it's separated by
Dot.
dot.
Separated by dot.
Dot. Let me write one example. 192 dot 168 dot 15 dot 200. Okay. So this value is a one octet, second octet, third octet, four octet. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So class A says that there is something called subnet. We talk about the IP right now.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm talking about the subnet. What is this? They have class A, class B, and class C. They have different subnets. What is the role of subnet? I'm going to teach right now. Subnet says that who to whom you belong. What who is your family? Like, let me give you an example, then you will understand. What is your full name, Mohini?
Mohini Sandeep Chavan.
Sorry, repeat again.
Mohini Sandeep Chavan.
So this Sawal is your family name, right? Your surname.
Yes, sir.
For my name Ashutosh Kumar Jaiswal. So my surname is Jaiswal. So I feel belong to the Jaiswal family. You belong to Sawal family. Write that. So this IP belong to which family? So this subnet says that from which family. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
this belong to which family? What is your LAN? What LAN here? Subnet means LAN. What is your broadcast domain where you going to communicate without the gateway? Means in your family you going to communicate without talking to other. I should not take the means I should not coordinate anyone else to communicate to anyone. I can directly talk to anyone within family. But outside family, if we want to talk, we have to inform my parent. Should I communicate to others or not? That's why same way network we have here within the family they don't need to communicate for the gateway, but if you want to talk outside your subnet you need one gateway. We will come, we will do the lab, and you I'm going to how it's a gateway role. Okay, so here class A say that every subnet, every IP, every class having two part, network part and host part. I'm going to come back on this IP. First understand what is network part, what do you mean by the host part. What are the two things I told you? Network part means any IP says that what is the IP? IP you understand. Subnet says that how many network I can create with this, and per network how many hosts do we have. What do you mean by that, sir? Means suppose one network 200 host, means in one network 200 PC I can connect. If I will take big network like, then one network having 400 PC. Suppose I want more big network, then one network need 1000 PC, right? Or suppose I want to set up one small cyber cafe, so in one network I need only 10 PC. Can you see your network going to be big or small according to your number of PC contained in that? Are you agree or not? Are you understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so means number of network size. A network contain 200 PC. How many network like this? If I'm telling I can create 5 network, each network having 200 PC, means there is a 5 network I can accommodate 1000 PC to separated by the 5 network. Clear?
Clear.
Something clear means one network if we have 200 PC, if I will create this kind of 5 network, to how many PC? 5000. So this network says that how many number of network. This host says that per network, every network how many PC, means how many host going to be clear. Network and
Yes, sir.
okay, let's understand by doing. So I'm going to come back on the previous topic. In class A say that we have first octet as a network, remaining 3 octet as a host, as a host. That's why class A. Class B says that I have 2 octet as a network, and class C says that I have 3 octet network. Same way, class B says that we have 2 octet for the host. Class C, octet left for the host, only one.
One.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now you understand. So in class A, if you have so how many network do you get? So how many bit here? 8 bit.
8.
So
Yes, sir.
2 to the power 8 network. 2 to the power 8 means what?
Power 8.
Table, do you remember? So
Yes,
we
sir.
will start from table. Here table. Power G will be 1. We keep on going. For
Sir,
1,
256.
for 4, 8, then 16, 32, 34, 128, and then
256.
6. Okay, here to power 8. Agree or not?
Yes, sir.
So he is telling class A we will get 256 network, and every network how many hosts will be there? 2 to the power how many hosts? Tell me.
8 plus X 16, 32.
No, 8 plus 8 plus 8 24.
24. Yes, sir.
2 to the power 24. God is a number. That's millions of numbers. Okay. You can Google what will be the number for 2 to the power 20. Google. Power. So how much can you see? 1 crore 67 lakh 77,216 hosts. Are you able to remember? Easy to remember. 27716 host. This number of PC you can connect in one network. How many network?
Network.
In one network. And how many network do we have?
256.
256 networks. Such a big network. We have how many network? So here we have very less number of network, but there is a very big. Any company, do you think this many hosts will be there? No, that's not feasible. Okay. Now come to next. We will, but we will see how they get those IP. Now next they are telling that's another one. They have network IP. How many network IP? 2 to the power 16. What is the number? Do you remember? 2 to the power 55,536. This many network. And every network, how many be? 2 to the power 16. Means same number, 65,500. Means this many hosts will be available in one network. And this, how many network do we have? 65,536. But in one network, this many PC, a very big network. That's also not proper network. Let's come to the class C. I'm going to write it down. The different colors. In class C, come to class C. How many? network bit to the 2 to the power 16, sorry, 24 means 2777 200
16.
means, oh sorry, this one, yes, 1677 1677 1677. This many networks, but it's a good news. Each network, each network 2 to the power 8 is 256 PC. That will be good, right?
Yes, sir.
Will be good. Maybe 200 PC, one company, one network. So we will see. That's why the something called subnetting. So we're going to break the big network into the small network according to our use. So that's the role of engineer. You have to design the network. You have to design the subnet. This is a class A, class B, class C. No one can use the blindly. They're going to design layout for the network. You have to do. We're going to study that how to design the as per our use. That's called subnetting. The next class we're going to study. But in this class, we're going to do the lab for IP address. Do you understand the IP address now? Class A, class B, class C.
Yes, sir.
It's clear. So I'm going to stop this class here, and I'm going to continue this topic in next upcoming class. See you. Bye bye. And we're going to lab in next